Good morning, everyone. Miss Brandy coming to y'all for just a few minutes. We're going to start with some quick announcements. Please remember that your Chapter 25 exam is due on Monday, and we have no class on Tuesday. Yay! Happy Mardi Gras, guys. I hope that everybody has a safe and blessed Mardi Gras, and see y'all back here. I'll see you on Monday, and then we'll see you back on Wednesday. So no assignments for Tuesday. All right, so we are going to finish up with medical terminology today. We're going to talk for just a few minutes on how it breaks down. And this will be our last terminology video. We're going to go through a couple of examples that'll show y'all how the words actually break into two parts and how you put the meanings of those two parts together. All right, so let me share my screen. Okay, so for our first example, I use a common word that almost everybody already knows the meaning of, and you can kind of relate to it. And that was chemotherapy. And the way that breaks down, it breaks down into chemo, which means chemical, and therapy, which is therapy. So it's chemical therapy. And, it's very commonly known that chemotherapy is used. It's a chemical therapy treatment for people who have cancer. So that's how chemotherapy breaks into the two parts and how you decipher the meaning from that. Our next example is hematology. All right, and we know that hema means blood, and ology is the suffix that means the study of something. All right, so hematology is going to be the study of blood. All right, our third example is going to be craniectomy, and this breaks up into cranium or cranium, and ectomy. We know that ectomy means a surgical removal, and the cranium has to do with the skull, right? So it is the surgical removal of a skull. And this is common when someone has brain surgery and they have a piece of the skull removed to get into the brain. That's a craniectomy. They have a craniectomy, remove a piece of the skull, surgically remove a piece of the skull to get into the brain. So that's how that breaks down. And I hope you guys that this little series of videos helps y'all, because I know that sometimes we get into our readings and we look at some of this terminology and it's overwhelming because we're not doctors and we don't have medical degrees. But that doesn't mean that we cannot be successful in this job. We have tools and resources at our disposal that we can figure out whatever we need to figure out, right? So if you'll have any additional questions or anything about medical terminology, how to break it down, prefixes, suffixes, anything at all, y'all know that I am here for you. And I hope that you guys have a safe and wonderful weekend. Okay, I'll see you next week.